get right now, though, from House Judiciary is Congressman Chip Roy. It's good to see you. So these campus protests, Congressman, people are worried they don't want it to turn into another Kent state where somebody gets killed. Former President Trump said he would have shut down these protests now growing at colleges. Let's show the photo of a man at a Stanford University protest. He's wearing a headband of Hamas. There's a Hezbollah flag flown at Princeton. They've been chanting death to America at these schools. It's 2,300 arrested. It's growing. It's now in 26 states. How come they can't just stop this right now?
Well, they certainly could if they wanted to. There are places around the country where they have done just that. We had, obviously, Ben Sasse, former senator, president of the University of Florida, did an exceptional job. We had the president of the University of Texas, Jay Hartzell, who's done an exceptional job shutting things off before it gets started. But where you have these very leftist universities run by radical, progressive leftist Democrats in charge of these Ivy League universities who've been getting federal funds and have these massive fat endowments, they've been coddling these people, and they're basically allowing these radical folks from the students that are organized with, frankly, they're getting money from Hamas. They're getting money from terrorist groups. They're getting money from organizations all around the world to try to foment this. And we know it, we see it, and the university should shut it down.
It's terrifying. Now you've got this story coming in, Congressman. Let's get your reaction to 9 survivors of Hamas's 10/7 terror massacre just slapped a federal lawsuit on students against Students for Justice in Palestine, saying they are, quote, Hamas terrorist collaborators. They're systematically radicalizing students. They're the ones coordinating the occupation of college campuses nationwide. That's what this lawsuit alleges. Is the White House on top of this?
Well, no, they're not. And in fact, they've been encouraging it and fomenting it. The president and his advisors and his folks, they basically give lip service to saying that, there's no place for anti-Semitism. But they are all too fine to have these universities spinning this stuff up and, frankly, encouraging it rather than clamping down on it. And, God bless, by the way, those folks down in North Carolina and Chapel Hill who held up the American flag and said, we're not going to let that happen. God bless those students at Ole Miss who sang the national anthem and tried to drown out those that were saying death to Israel and death to the Jews and all of these terrible things that are clearly anti-Semitic. And I want to bring up another thing. Some of us voted against a bill yesterday that was an anti-Semitism bill, and it was hard to do because there's blatant and obvious anti-Semitism going on around this country that should be called out. But we have to stand up for free speech, and we've got to make sure we don't, in the quest to clamp down on it, do stupid things that are going to have thought police.
No, understood.
So
I understand, but this lawsuit indicates there's a national security risk at these campuses. And by the way, the organization, the lawsuit says, are violating laws like the Federal Anti-Terrorism Act and more. We've got New York City Mayor Eric Adams, NYPD, cops over on the West Coast warning these are not spontaneous student movements. They're calculated, coordinated protests run by outside professional anarchists. Half of those arrested at Columbia and City College, not students. Watch the NYPD deputy commissioner here. Watch.
There is some organization behind this movement. The level of organization that we're seeing in both of these encampments here and at Columbia. Leaflets on how to protest. Leaflets on how to commit civil disobedience. Leaflets on what to do when you get arrested. Leaflets on what to say to the police when they ask you. There is somebody funding this. There is somebody radicalizing our students, and our Deputy Commissioner of Counterterrorism and Intelligence will find out who it is.
These are insurrectionists hell-bent on attacking the U.S. We've got at UPenn, they're passing around guidebooks showing students how to break into buildings, escalate protests, even create weapons. I mean, so why is the White House thinking only rhetoric is good enough? They have to take action before somebody gets really hurt.
Well, because the White House doesn't care. The White House has been leaving our borders wide open and exposed. Now they want to move thousands, if not tens of thousands, of Palestinian refugees into the United States, despite the fact that most of the Arab world, in fact, none in the Arab world will take them. We know that this is an organized effort that is being funded by people overseas, by radical folks that want to foment this in our country. We need a president and an administration that will stop this. And frankly, we need a Congress that will stop funding it, including Republicans.
That's it.
We've been allowing this to happen for too long, funding universities and funding the organizations that are doing it, including, by the way, the bills we just voted on that sent more money to Hamas to fund the refugees. So we need a serious Republican opposition to these radical Democrats that want to destroy our country, allowing people to come in and do what you're seeing
Congressman.
right now.
Thank you so much, Congressman Roy. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We're staying on this story.